Hey, everybody. Welcome to day 522 of Reseller Reflections, a day in the life of a full-time reseller supporting her family. It is Wednesday, November 12th, 2025. Yesterday, we did not meet our sales goal. I am all reset to zero. The shipping is done, and there wasn't a whole lot of it yet today. So it's a little early in the day, but I wanted to come to you and talk about the eBay promotions update. So last night, um, Liz O'Kane of Colorado Rewarn hosted an online meetup through her Colorado seller circle. So there was about 100 people in attendance, I think, or somewhere around there. And it was really good. eBay came, Kai Mo, he is part of the ads and marketing team. And he talked about the changes. He took some feedback. He definitely dispelled some, misconceptions and did a great job of explaining it. So it is very confusing. Um, and, a lot of the sentiment at the end was that, as sellers, if we're going to use these strategies and these campaigns, we almost need to, really dive deep, spend more time, and, really understand the ads and how they work. And, is that something we want to do? So that's kind of like the takeaway here. The other important takeaway is that, this was previously rolled out in the UK and Germany. And the result of that is absolutely that if you kept everything the same as you have it now, your fees are going to increase. Your ad fees are going to increase. So you really need to keep an eye on that, your return on ad spend, all that stuff. But, we'll probably, as Consignment Chats, be doing a deeper dive into this in an episode because there's really a lot to cover. But the main takeaways are we have to keep an eye on our promotions, and the change is scheduled to take effect on January 13th of 2026. So we need to do that. We need to adjust as we see fit, and see how our business can sustain those things. Now, one of the things that we were curious about, other than the obvious, right? Like, all right, eBay wants to make more money. They make a considerable amount. I'd have to go back and look it up. With their priority listings, promoted listings, all of this stuff. So it looks like, the obvious thing for eBay is they're looking to increase that, right? And increase their revenue. So anyway, the other reasoning behind it, as provided by eBay, is that it is a lot simpler as far as tracking, understanding, back end kind of things. Okay. So I'm going to try not to use acronyms and really get too deep in the weeds here, because like I said, I'm sure we will do a follow-up on this with Consignment Chats. But all right, their reasoning was the new way is simpler, and it will give users the ability to control the precise moment to end a campaign. So first of all, I need to say there's two things. There's PLP and PLG, and I'm not going to speak at acronyms. So but you're going to hear this, so that's why I'm bringing it up. PLP would be promoted listings priority, and that is all pay per click. A lot of us don't use that. A lot of everything sellers and people that sell one-offs, the PLP doesn't make a lot of sense. So that's considered a priority campaign. You'll see it broken down in, eBay's description as a priority listing campaign. But that doesn't apply to most of us. I think as one-off sellers, the thing we talk about is PLG, which is, oh my gosh, I'm having trouble even keeping this straight. Priority listings general. And this is what you really want to look at in the description and the changes that are happening here. If you promote your listings, that is considered priority listings general, PLG. This is where most of us want to look. And this is not pay per click. It is the same. You can promote promote your listings, promote a subset of your listings, promote specific listings at a certain ad rate. A lot of people do 5%, right? And you can do a standard 5% across your listings, or you can do dynamic up to whatever that is, 5%, dynamic up to 12%. And eBay gives you recommendations. And of course, they're super high. But that is how you run your business, and how you need to handle that is definitely an individual decision. So you want to look at the priority listings general and take a look at that. Keep an eye on that. I would go into your seller hub right now and look at how much you are spending on, and the percentage of your listings that are sold through promoted listings general. And, when they make this change, you're going to want to, look at that again and see if it's affecting what you're spending on fees, to see if your return on ad spend, and there's a whole other discussion about return on ad spend, but you want to know what those are now, and you want to know, how they're going to change after eBay does make this change. And those are that's really the important thing I think everybody should look at now. They, encourage you not to make any sudden changes, to step it down. If you are going to make changes, turning it off can have, a negative effect. But, I don't know. Take this all with a grain of salt. This is what they are saying. But all right. So what else do we kind of know? Like what are the big points of this? Your fees will go up. And what the big change is, and this falls under simplicity, is that if you're familiar with priority listings general, there are two methods of attribution. Right now, this is going to be changing, but there's direct attribution. Somebody clicks on your item that's promoted, they buy it, and the other attribution, and the attribution is pretty much how you're charged the fees, is the halo effect, right? Somebody clicks on your listing, maybe they put it in their cart, maybe they just looked at it, and if they come back to that anytime, or any of your other promoted listings within 30 days, that person, that buyer, that is considered an attribution. If they buy that anytime within 30 days, or another one of your promoted listings, then you are charged the ad rate on that item. So that is considered the halo effect. Now, what's happening on January 13th is that there will be one method of attribution. It'll be a singular attribution model. And how it works is that if anybody clicks on you, if your listing gets one click, if your promoted listing gets one click, doesn't matter if it's the buyer, if somebody else comes back, clicks on that listing within 30 days, you will be charged whatever ad rate you have set at that point in time. Okay. I hope that really makes sense. So that's how that's changing. So it will be anyone that clicks on that listing, not just a potential buyer. Anybody clicks on that promoted listing for 30 days. If anyone buys that, you will be charged the ad rate that is existing at that point in time. Now, here's the little, I don't know if it's going to end up being a hack. I'm not sure. So let's say you have an ad campaign running. You can end it at any time, and there is no more halo effect. So let's say you have, somebody clicks on day one, right? Somebody clicks on that listing. It's still available. Nobody buys it. You end the promotion on day 20. Somebody comes in and buys it on day 20. You will not be charged an ad rate. So it will be whatever's existing on that date and time. So there's already a lot of talk about how you can game the system, and how you can, maybe it's shutting campaigns on and off. I don't know. We haven't, tried any of this or really gone in depth and explored it. This was like an outtake of how people were thinking it could benefit them, right? You get all the push up in the algorithm, you get all the promotion, and then you take that away, and I don't know. So, some things to think about, and I know there's going to be a lot of questions. I know it's a lot to absorb. I did not know this much about promotions before last night, and I just have to really commend Liz of Colorado Rewarn for organizing this, and also for eBay for stepping up and having the staff there to answer these questions and answer them in a very direct and honest way is very appreciated, to be able to talk with the people that are developing these programs to understand the rationale behind it and to give them our feedback. So, and thank you for everybody that listens to this, that did sign up and attend the discussion. I think it was very informative. One of the things that we will be talking about probably when we do our episode is multi-quantity listings. Like if you are somebody that sells multiple quantities of something, how this will probably have a greater impact on you. All right, everybody. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and I will see you on day 523 of Reseller Reflections. Have a great night. Night, night.